Doing a calibration on a 2020 Nissan Altima, and here's how we do it with an Autel tablet and a CarCal. Okay, so we've already done our pre-scan on our tablet, okay, and it's here in my diagnostics. So I'm going to show you how to get back to that. Turn the car into the on position, but not with the engine running, okay? Just get the electronics going. Hit diagnostics, find your repair order number. Mine's 826, where it's done a pre-scan only, and I'm going to hit the blue button. What that's going to do is that's going to connect me back to that, where I can do my post-scan, ADAS calibration, and anything else. Go ahead and click your ADAS calibration right here, okay? On your ADAS calibration, it's going to establish the connection, and then it's going to ask why we're wanting to do a recalibration, and then it's going to tell me the target's distance that I need to be. So we're going to scan our system real quick, and what this is going to do is it's going to scan over everything that could possibly be an ADAS system for this car, and then it's going to tell me what this car has and what this car doesn't have. It's going to tell me if it passed or if it has an issue. The primary thing I'm looking for is lane camera. It's going to be on every vehicle I do. So Audi, Chevrolet, Ford, Nissan, Mazda, Honda. Lane camera is the part that I want to go to, because we are programming the lane camera right there. It's your lane departure warning system. So as soon as it's done with scanning, and it's almost done, all right, we're good. We have a fault with the laser radar is what we have detected. We're not doing the radar. Radar is not our responsibility. Our responsibility is this windshield, because we changed it out. So I'm going to go on my camera right here, lane camera. I'm going to hit this little plus target sign right here. That's going to go into the calibration phase for this vehicle, so I can set my stand up. Now, before I click OK and go through everything, there's going to be some options down here in the bottom right where it's going to allow me to do a setup. Click on setup. So now it's asking us, select the situation that needs calibration. We removed and installed the lane camera. Yeah, we did that, but that's ultimately not why. We replaced the front windshield. That is my option that I am checking, okay? And then we're going to click OK. Now it's going to tell me what I need. It's going to say I need this Autel with these target boards left and right, as well as all these lasers, chalk, tape. CarCal system, you don't need any of that. Now when you get to the calibration preparations, okay, make sure your steering wheel is straight. Make sure you're on a level plane. We are slightly offset, but that's okay. With the CarCal system, it works for that, okay? That's where we don't have to air these tires up to certain lengths and get the car and the stand are going to be on the same plane. So if it's at a slight slant, it's not going to matter. It's like the vehicle will be on the same plane as it, and it's going to calibrate the same regardless if it's flat, tilted left, tilted right, tilted slightly up, or tilted slightly down. Just make sure there's no heels, no curves, no dips. That's what you're looking for when you do these calibrations. I'm going to go into my setup phase. It's telling me to set up my laser. I don't need to set up a laser on this. I'm not using the Autel stand, okay? I just need to get to the part where it's going to start asking me for calculations on particularly this. Okay, what it wants me to do is measure the distance from the center of the wheel hub, so right here, to the front bumper. We're going to go grab our measuring tape and we're going to measure that off real quick. And while we're down here, we're going to go ahead and grab our stands that we need, our targets for this board as well. So I got my tape. This is in millimeters, okay? You want a tape that reads millimeters. Don't use the inches, feet, any of that. And then I'm going to come in here and grab my targets I need for the Nissan. And look, the cool thing about CarCal, all my targets are labeled and they come in a nice stand bag where I can grab my targets real easily. So, got my targets here. I'm gonna put them off to the side. Let's go ahead and get this measurement here that I need. So, we're gonna go center wheel hub all the way looks like we are right about here. So what do we got? We got 130 is going to be our answer that we type in. Next page. All right, now it's going to give us our distance. Our distance needs to be 1700 millimeters in front from the target. So we're going to go ahead and take our stand here. We're going to get in the middle. We're going to break it apart. This one, real simple. Put it in the back. This is how you square the CarCal stands. Turn on your laser. Run it dead center of the logo. Right there. All right, so we're centered up. So we can turn our laser off. Next up, we get the front target. Now, go ahead and lower the laser, open it up, we can turn it on. In this phase here, what I'm doing is I am leaning over. I'm gonna put it center on my target here on my logo. We are centered on the Nissan logo. This is our center point. My laser's in the middle of this, maybe a little bit further left, just a tad, right there, okay. Now, I'm looking right here in this mirror. You can't see it because your angle is off. You gotta be at that perfect place. And what you wanna do is you're gonna tilt this left, tilt this right, you're gonna see your laser, and then line that laser up on that white target that's on the back there that you put. Once you've done that, you are squared with the vehicle. Now your laser is gonna shoot straight with the vehicle. So now I need to come back. If I look at my CarCal targets, they're gonna tell me my stand height needs to be 1300. My passenger side is going to be, I'm going to be shooting at 360 millimeter, but it's also going to tell me my distance I need to be from the wheel hub, which is 3000. Well, if we come here, I already calculated where it was from the wheel hub to that front bumper. Okay, it's telling me now 1700 millimeters. So I'm going to want to raise this up a little bit, get this arm out of the way. We'll go ahead and keep it level. We're going to turn our laser on. We're going to shoot the laser into a constant firing position, so I get constant readings. And we're going to put it at 1700. So we're going to roll this back. I'm coming close to it, past it. Let's go back forward, shoot that laser. 1840, so keep coming forward. 1798. Just a little bit, it's just micro movements now. Oop. Did I fire over the hood? I did. So we're just gonna etch it forward. 1700. Okay. Now I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna look at my laser here. I'm off. My laser is right there. I need to come over just a tad, and now I'm centered. And if you look right here, I've got other markings. So just make sure your laser is going center of that. A little bit more. And now I am squared with the vehicle. On windy days, you got extra legs that you can put out to protect it. I'm gonna put my stand at 1300 millimeters. It's already marked on the stand. And then we're gonna set our targets up as well while I'm in here. CarCal was nice. They marked these targets for us. They've really done a great job of making this so easy. So this is our passenger side, which is our right. It's gonna go at 360. And this is our driver's side, which is gonna go at 360. Here's our 360. These stands are magnetic. We're gonna slide that down so we can get that leveled up. If you're cross-eyed, I'm sorry, this is gonna be very hard and challenging for you. But give it time, close an eye, and you will get it. All right, so I am set. We're gonna turn off my lasers. We're gonna turn off this laser. These lasers are rechargeable, by the way, too. They give you the chargers when you buy them. So my stands are a little dirty. Just gonna knock off the dirt, the ants that was there. All right, we're gonna come back here to this car. We're gonna hit next. It's now talking about the crossbar. I don't have to pay attention to that. I'm not using the Autel. It's telling me the height that I need to adjust it at. And now it's saying that we are good. It's saying the calibration fan has been properly placed. Turn off and remove the two lasers. Well, that is done. We can now exit the setup phase and we can now enter the calibration. So when you get back to the menu where it says okay, or setup okay, cancel, yada, 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 just hit okay. Go to the next. This is talking about where you need to put your targets at 360. CarCal already told me that on my targets there, they need to be at 360. So it's gonna show me what my targets need to look at. Nice little picture. I can confirm that is the picture. Clicking OK. We're at 1300 is my distance for the height. Ensure your ignition is on. So we're going to make sure this ignition is in the on position. It did turn off. I'm turning it back on. Car is now on in the ignition position. We're going to click OK. It's now asking for the values of the wheel height. So all you do here, and this is important, just measure center from the road up. So looks like we're at 6692 on the front left. So 692. And now we're gonna go to the right front. Typically you do not want to cross in front of that stand once you have it set up. Just kind of getting that practice. You can right now, we're technically not in the calibration process. And over here, 6.9, 1.5, 1.5, 5 rounds up to the 2 mark, so same thing. 692. Click OK. Now this is immediately going to go into the calibration. It's going to start the process. At this point, do not cross in it, do not go behind it, stay away from it until this process is done, okay? Doors need to be shut, car on, window down. Do not have the doors open sitting in the car when you're doing your calibration. All right, if we look at this, it completed normally. We have a good calibration. It's got our new factory yaw. It's within reason, our factory pitch and our roll. Everything has been adjusted to the degrees. We're gonna take a screenshot of this and then we're gonna click OK. Calibration is successful. I want that word as well. So we're gonna take another screenshot of this. And we're going to hit OK. We're going to establish a vehicle connection one more time, and we're going to do a post scan now on the whole vehicle, because when you get here you do a pre-scan before you start any work on this vehicle. That way you know what's going on. So we're going to back out, we're going to click our post scan, and we're going to scan the whole thing, and it's going to go over everything. As it's doing this post scan, fault, and now it's scanning my faults, we can go ahead and start tearing everything down. So on the CarCal, you got to be careful, guys. This piece right here, you will leave at so many customer houses. Go ahead and grab it in the beginning. As soon as you're done with it, and move it back up here. Okay? That way, right here, I'm not going to forget it now. I'm going to go ahead and fold down the mirror, fold up our laser, get it back in that position for stowing. And now we're going to take our targets off. Target 1, target 2. These targets, they just go together like this. They are a little tough to get in there, but let's see how we want. We want to go below. Okay, so there we go. Slide that together, and I'm good there. All right, so we're gonna go stow this target. Do it where Nissan is facing outwards. Don't stow it this way, because then you come back and you start looking, where's my target? Okay, so we're gonna go in our bag. There we go. All right, with our stand, fold the arms down. This is real simple, guys. Calibration is done. Put them in the stowed position and they are locked. Next up, I'm going to click this on. We're locking it down. All we're doing now is we are just cleaning up our mess as the vehicle goes through the post-scan process. As you saw, I talked it through there. I did it really slow. Process probably took me 10 minutes. Stand's done. I'm gonna come over here. It's asking if I want to attach any photos. I always want to attach photos. So you need a photo of the license plate, a photo of the before, and I like to get photos of the after to show a new glass in there and what it looks like. This also allows me to go back. If customer claims to scratch something, I have proof if I scratched it. And so now I'm able to see the faults. And if I go to my report, these faults are going to be the same faults that was there on the vehicle before I started working on it. So I am covered now in liability. And now we can exit this, and I'm done. I now have this. It's going to remind me to grab my OBD port. You will also likely forget those at customers. So we're just going to lay down here. I'm going to disconnect it from the OBD reader. That's it. This vehicle has been successfully calibrated. I hope this video shed some light on the calibration process with an Autel tablet, and the CarCal system for a vehicle. It is truly a simple procedure. It is not tough at all. Targets are about 65 pounds in the bag together to lug around, and the stand is probably about 45 pounds. But it's nice. It's lighter than other systems. It's easy to transport. You can fit this in a car. You see mine stands up in this tiny little space right here. Okay, it's not taking up the whole van. It really is not. I'm using a Ford Connect extra long wheelbase. That's what I'm using, and it does what I need it to do. So I'm gonna get my stands out of the way here, my ties. We're gonna fold this into the down position. And now we're gonna pack this back in the vehicle. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hopefully this answers some questions again. Please like and subscribe, and thank y'all, and y'all have a good day.